Another coldish morning again. There's frost on the ground where the sun's not hit it yet. But we had some rain yesterday. This evening we got about 5 mil, which is just perfect. Plants will start to soak that up and they should boom up the way. There was a lot of fertiliser lying waiting to be soaked in from rain, so that'll be it soaked in. The plants will have access to it now, so they should flourish. Just hoping for warmth now. Weather's quite content there. We've just collected these big heavy stones. They weigh an absolute ton, and they used to be for drying out crop. So that's them with the top on them. They're a bit kind of a mushroom shape. Stickle they're called, stickles. You put 8 in a circle, put a platform on the top, and then you put your bunches of crop. You pile it all up on top, and it just means the mice couldn't run up and get into the crop. So I've learned a bit more about them this morning. The old workshop bench. We've only 2 big pots left, so we've sold quite a lot recently. We'll need to get another order of them. Loads of other pots. If you want big pots, you need to be quick. Looks quite nice when it's sunny. These are the ones we have already. We've got a couple of those, so the new ones are a slightly different style, but same concept. 8 of them in a circle, board on top, and the mice can't get up to the crop that you've laid on top. So in the olden days. We're going to be sowing the sunflowers and grass today, so fertiliser spreader's coming off. Dunk's just putting the discs on over there. Kevin will head along, pick up the drill, come back, then we'll start sowing those. Just picking up the sunflower seed and the grass seed. They got delivered to the back of the shop, so I'll take them down to where the drill's going to be going there, and we can start calibrating the machine. Dad's just picking up a pair of scales out the back of the shop. That's the bed formers for the potatoes, just arrived. So that machine drives along, the soil's pushed into beds and ruts, and then the de-stoner will go through it, take out all the stones that are in the beds. You need to make the beds really fluffy because potatoes have a big volume under the ground compared to cereal crops, which are just wee roots. They need to be able to, the soil needs to be really free so the potato can grow into a big size, otherwise you just get tiny wee peas. Dunk's just taking off this front section on the Simba discs. They've got legs on them and we don't need them for disking the ground we're about to get to. So I've just lifted this up a wee bit and he can drive forward. And I'll put that down again and he'll just hook up directly onto that section there. 3-point linkage there. It's quite good. They come in sections, roller, discs, and those subsoiler tines, and you can just switch, mix and match whatever you want. So here's the sunflower seeds that we're going to be sowing. Just like what you'd get in like a fruit and nut mix. There's only 20 kilo of them, and they're going to do just under 5 football pitches, so you need to be accurate when you calibrate them using the scales, otherwise you'll end up emptying the whole bag into a tiny wee strip and you'll have no sunflower seeds left for the rest of the field. Get some cattle loaded up. This guy's just lost one of his tags, so give him a new tag. That's it. We've just loaded up 3 of the fattest cattle, and we're also taking tags off of a few of them because they're missing one of the ear tags, so you need them to get them away. So we've picked up 3 in there that are missing the ear tags, so we'll order a new one and they'll need to be re-tagged. So this sheet I cut to size to extend this. It's too much getting through and the cattle are pulling it out onto the ground, so but I forgot I put these struts in, so I need to come back with a grinder, put a groove in there and that'll slow it down, close up the gap a bit. John's got meat, just dropping off meat for the butchery. I'm just heading down to John Scott in Glasgow, following him probably. Just dropped off the cattle down at Glasgow at the slaughterhouse. I'm now at Stirling Market. There's 2,000 store cattle here for sale. Dad's inside just trying to buy a few, so I'll go see how he's getting on. 770 bed, 770 bed, 770 bed, 770 bed, 770 bed, 770 bed, 80, 90, 20, 8, 10, 8, 10 of it, 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 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 810. Tomorrow, New Year. Went up. 979, 79, 80, 90, 1,000, 10, 20, 30. Just gonna go grab the power washer, wash that trailer out that the cattle have been in, and that'll be it, tucked away for another wee while till the next cattle away or it gets used for something else. That's it, all cleaned, spotless. But it can just sit here until it gets used next, whether it's for cattle or anything gets used for moving furniture, moving cattle, moving sheep, anything. Just making up a frame for the outside of the container around the edge. So I've welded in one section on this side and the same on that side. And then what I've done is I've cut a piece in half. It's still to be shortened, this wee piece, but basically this hollow section is going to sit over these horrible bits and it should form a nice seal across the top, because these are welds, old welds, and they're really hard, and or not that hard, but they're really awkward to grind out all the way along and all the way along the top as well. It'll take ages and ages, so this will act as a cover and it should just fit nicely over the top. This is cut to size now, hiding all that horrible weld. Clamp that down, weld it all up all the way along, and then the same along the top. That's the steel clamped all the way along, and then I'll take the welder, run a few tiny wee bits just to hold it all on, then I can unclamp it, same along the top, and I'll do my final welds once I've got it all in and I'm happy with the position it's in. If you fully weld it, then it's a nightmare to take off again. So tiny wee welds, and if I need to take them off, I can easily take them off. Just down to feed the cows just now. Drill's finished for the day. Got all the sunflowers sown and some of the grass seed, and I'll finish the grass seed tomorrow. Cows are doing fine, 2 still to calf. The other ones that I've had their calves, they're going to go outside tomorrow. There's some new store cattle, they're coming down the road in about an hour. Dad was at the market today and bought some. Normally we'd be trying to get 25-ish, 30 at a time, but prices are just extortionate at the moment, so we've just got 10 today. They'll keep us going for another few months and we'll just watch what the prices do. Don't really know where the prices are going to go from here, but we'll just have to run with it. Really nice calf. So this is where the sunflowers have been sown. This is the field with the Highlanders, and that's the farm shop there. This is all going to be changing in the near future, and there'll be this big patch of sunflowers, which that's up the hill off of the main A9 road. So as people come down the hill, they'll see this big field of sunflowers, and because sunflowers follow the sun, which rises over there, sets over there, they'll follow it, and through the day the sunflowers are all pointing up the hill. So everyone looking down, coming down, will see a nice big yellow sea of sunflowers. Be quite nice. I'm going to have a wee dig to see if I can find any seeds, but in this whole field there's only 25 kilo of seeds, so they're very spread out, so it might take a wee bit of digging. It took quite a lot of digging to find any, but there's one. So those seeds are planted all across this area. This is about 10 acres. They should be 6-foot sunflowers, so pretty tall. You shouldn't be able to see over them. That's the waste that was put in the last video. You can hardly tell where it's been put in. Today's quiz question: what am I looking at right now? It's got that written on it. 8 high max. So this is an airline fitting. So you put the fitting on that end, pull the trigger, compressed air comes out that end. So that's it connected up. Good for cleaning out air filters, blowing stuff off, cleaning stuff off. Pretty handy. Get a dog, they said. It'll be fun. Got new stores coming, so you take these ones out, sling them round there into the old pen, into the pen with the other ones, sorry, the bigger ones, and the new ones will go in on their own, so they can be brought up to ad lib feeding. That's the old ones, shifted round. New ones just arriving on a lorry now.
Yeah. It's a fairly stretchy now, like.